It's visible from space, one of the true wonders of the natural world. The Great Barrier Reef. Running along the coast of northeast Australia, it extends an astonishing 1,400 miles, covering an area the size of Italy. As we travel lower, we get a much clearer picture of this vast living structure. The reef stretches away in every direction as far north and south as the eye can see. It consists of 3,000 individual coral reefs and 900 different islands. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the most crowded ecosystems on the planet. And now we have the means to explore it from top to bottom. We're heading for Osprey Reef. Marine geologists have recently gathered sufficient data for us to create an accurate three-dimensional picture of Osprey Reef for the very first time. It is, in fact, a huge mountain, hidden beneath the waves, which rises steeply from the seafloor 2,400 meters below. The top of the vast seamount creates a shallow lagoon that supports a flourishing community of corals. Our mission is to dive beneath the surface to explore this hidden world. To do that, we're heading for the Elusia, a state-of-the-art research and exploration vessel. On board is a very special piece of equipment. This is a Triton submarine, the very latest in submersible technology. It carries 2 passengers and a pilot inside a clear protective dome, affording views in every direction. It's the first time a sub of this kind has dived on the Great Barrier Reef. Piloting the sub is Buck Taylor. With 17 years experience and 2,000 dives under his belt, his expertise will be invaluable.
Coming from the rescue background, I've been in a submersible up to my waist in water. I've had a fire in a submersible. I've been stuck in fishing nets for about 8 hours, which isn't too bad. We've got 4 days of emergency life support, so we've got plenty of redundancy and plenty of assets to help us out if we get stuck.
Also joining us is Professor Justin Marshall, an expert in marine biology.
I've been trying to bring submersibles to Australia for research for over a decade now, and this is the first time it's happened. We've been able to put submersibles down on the Great Barrier Reef, and it's just a wonderful moment.
In the water, Steve Hudson will lead a team of divers who will bring us even closer to the creatures living here on Osprey.
It can be quite challenging dealing with the submarine in the water. Obviously, they can stay down 8 hours on a regular dive. They can maneuver around the reef with thrusters just by the push of a joystick, whereas obviously we have to do it all propelled by our own legs and our own fins.
It's time to climb inside the Triton.
It's a bit of a juggle. Once you're in, it's fine.
Nearly sat on the pilot.
It's all right, I'm used to it.
That's what he's there for.
Inside is a specialist camera which films in every direction. A second camera is mounted on the end of an arm rigged to the outer casing. Steve Hudson will swim with a third. The Eleusis crew are getting ready to winch the sub overboard and into the water. The Triton is now in the water, and we're ready to begin our dive.
Surface, this is Nadir. Am I clear to vent? Over.
Roger, Nadir, you are clear to vent, Have a good dive, guys.
Roger, thank you.
As the sub slips beneath the waves, we start to get our first 360-degree view of this marine wonderland. Ah, there's something. My first fish. Just 5 meters down, we find a coral tower known as a bommy.
It's nice, you've got a hole through the overhang there.
Yes, and you can see Moorish islands on the other side. Steve's roving camera can give us a closer view. Though it may look like a lifeless stone structure, hidden inside the stone are highly industrious little animals called coral polyps. To see them, we have to look really closely, because some are just the size of pinheads. Most polyps hide during the day, but at night they use tentacles to grope for passing food. Tiny microorganisms called zooplankton. If something edible comes within reach, the polyps fire the microscopic harpoons that line their tentacles. The prey is stunned or killed, and then pulled into the polyp's mouth. Coral polyps come in a huge variety of colors and forms. And when they're not feeding, they have other work to do. They must extract calcium carbonate from the surrounding seawater, and with it, build their homes. To see how they achieve this feat of construction, we need to speed up time. Each coral species follows its own particular building blueprint. Together, they eventually create the elaborate architecture we find down here on the reef. The seafloor here creates the perfect environment for coral to flourish. That's because this shallow continental shelf has an average depth of just 35 meters. And that is just about as far as sunlight can penetrate with any strength. Light is crucially important to reef-building corals because they have developed a special partnership with microscopic algae, plants that actually grow within their tissues. The algae get a safe home and, like all plants, when they photosynthesize, they produce energy. The coral polyps use this energy to construct their limestone homes. Together, they have built this enchanting underwater city. By harnessing the energy of the sun, corals provide the basis for an extraordinary community of animals. In fact, coral reefs rival rainforests in the vast numbers of species they support. Some fish feed on the coral polyps themselves. Others use the nooks and crannies of the coral's limestone homes as safe havens, bolt holes, out of sight of predators.
So would you like one of these, David? Do you think if someone said you could have a submersible to keep at home with in the garage?
Couldn't afford to feed it.
Yeah,
that is the problem.
Yes.
That's nice with the anemone fish up here.
Oh yes, it's great. They're just in the coral.
Oh yes.
We've spotted some of the reef's most celebrated characters. Also known as clownfish, they make their homes in gigantic anemones. In return for this luxury accommodation, clownfish keep their hosts in good health by removing unwanted parasites. Swimming nearby are larger fish that are one notch further up the food chain. Snapper feast on tiny fish, shrimp, and mollusks.
Oh, the thick shell there, beautiful.
They hang around like this in the daytime, and then come night time they stream out across the reef looking for food. So they're nocturnal feeders. Oh, look
Now what fun.
Something frightened them.
Something scared them from over there. It was,
Yeah.
maybe one of the bigger fish coming in for a nibble.
Oh, look to your left. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. What are they, trevally?
Yes. Look like big eye. Yeah, look like big eye trevally.
This school of trevally is also cruising around, waiting for night to fall. They too will be heading out later to feed on small fish and squid.
How extraordinary.
Wow. Wow.
How amazing.
All around us. That's a bit special. There's a barracuda in front.
Barracudas at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. In fact, yes, there we go. There's a school just emerging out of the school of barracuda emerging out of the depths, out of the mist.
Oh yes. Just in the dim blueness there.
Yeah.
And as they swim away, the light catches their silver flanks.
These are still juveniles, so they stick together during the day, preferring safety in numbers. But when they grow into adults, they will hunt alone and prey on some of the reef's larger fish.
I've seen these guys hunting underwater. It's amazing. They go from stop to you can't even see them move. Here we go. Here are the big eye trevally coming in underneath the barracuda. Oh, and more barracuda. Oh, crikey. We're surrounded by it. Surrounded by the Great Barrier Reef.
To attract a few of the biggest predators lurking down here, the expedition scientists have planted a basket full of bait on the seabed. And soon, we have some hungry visitors. There's a potato cod. And plenty of the reef's top predators, sharks. This extraordinary array of life all depends on those tiny coral polyps. They harness the energy of the sun, provide the basis of all life on the reef, and never stop building. What they have created is one of the greatest wonders of the natural world.
Go ahead, surface. Roger, clear to surface, clear to surface. Off bottom, depth 5 meters, over.
It's been an incredible journey on board this remarkable vessel. A thrilling way to encounter up close one of the richest, most complex, and most beautiful ecosystems on the planet.
And there's the paparazzi. That was great, thank you.
Yeah, surface, Nadir. Tanks are blown and my breakers are off. Zodiac, you are clear to land the swimmer.
As you leave the reef, remember that this is a world that is under terrible threat from rising sea temperatures brought on by climate change. By raising awareness of its beauty and its plight, you can help to protect the Great Barrier Reef for generations to come.